Senator Kamara from the United States of America. He dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, WEARD.
Yeah, men of crack on the mix.
91 big boy Pekin.
It's your double tap, see the ball.
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag team this.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
This now WEARD. Duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. This now WEARD. Duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. Who know they back kapu kapu? We had no mixed bag bamu bamu. We know they back kapu kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu bamu. Go tell the brother sister them say we are don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell them for we, tell them for me say we are don't come over.
We are now we are. We are the organization. Don't come for every nation. We are the organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix our politics. They know they part tribalism. They know they mix our politics. Yeah. They know they part no tribalism.
Big respect to the one who will make WEARD team up strong one. Especially to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. And to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. And me Amina, happy birthday in advance to you, by Bure Kablai from the north. You celebrate your birthday January. Happy birthday in advance to you, Shenge Pierre from the south. You celebrate your birthday December. This organization, the 3 years, December 2022. We dey tell members them all over the world, thank you. Yeah.
We are the organization. Don't come for every.
Famoluna kushe enuna adu. We are don't come back today for can talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yards alone. Now we own. Whoa, they will let for do them bad things them. We they feel a most alone. Now we own. Whoa, we are. And if we hurt you, we sorry. Really sorry. We no mean bad, oh. We just want some make we had go before. If we hurt you, we sorry. We really sorry. We no mean bad, oh. We just want some make we had go before. Fambule Munakusha and Kargbo is this one big family house where we all sit down and decide for call. WEARD. Well, of course, we all know, say today, we don't jump another year. We don't jump another things them where we can't deal with. We don't jump inside other discussion them we get for do with WEARD in go on before. Mind you, it's not 2023.
The year where we've been the wait for.
Tell
where
them.
they call the election year. And now this year, we before say, in terms of governance, but could it not happen? No? Everybody, they focus on that one green seat where they inside the house, I mean the state house. But still, you say 0101. Happy New Year, we know that yo.
Happy New Year, we know that yo.
Yeah, Happy New Year, we know that yo.
Happy New Year, we know that yo. Tell God thank you for we life, oh. Tell God thank you for we life, oh.
But anyway, in as much as we tell God thank you for we life, we not the glad it too much, oh, because the God now he gets the power to everything. We not glad you for the one that we don't die. We not better pass them. But now waiting God wants for it happen. The one with the faith for in life, we almost don't give up. We not the laugh them all. No. Now waiting God want for it be. Okay, what about the one that we really go into a difficult situation? Then the suffer, the faith medicine right now for let them get the well body. Think for it, na problem. So you see, we been tell you say this year we really get for straight we earn, we get for send we helping and to plenty people them. In fact, from last December, we been introduce one system where we been say this Christmas we dey give anybody 6 people them thing for it. In other words, chop money where you go able for use for in family for the Christmas. We be don't start that one day. We say no, it's not enough. The way how them tell we thank you for that one day, the way how people cry for just receive 300,000, it just make we know say things really difficult inside the country. So what do we decide? We say every month we defend 6 person where we dey give, but we not just dey give you no more because we not the in fact we not even want for sabi anybody. You will meet up on that day, now you dey get them. When you come, we put we quiz, you get the answer, we give you 300,000. And the quiz not for say now that one if you go school for.
Simple.
Basic.
Soft church.
It get for be, for example, whose time them be gets a big protest inside the country where 21 people and die.
You tell we and you get yourself 300,000 Leone.
It get for look because we want to let you know about what they happen inside the country. We get for ask you the question. But wait to whose time can take a take power?
You tell we, you get yourself 300,000 Leone.
But wait.
Easy and soft.
And they will ask you again, no, we get 2 currency. We get 2 money. Who's then they say the other one they come out. So in a simple things them, and you know nothing in this way you will get for be part of. So please make sure say you always they listen. We not get for tell you when, because when we tell people and say the 10th of January,
and you go study for you,
and not to just study. Now they say you see in the camp. And we want you forget the information at the same time we able to give you because now money we can ask yourself a question. Say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. At the end of the day, say, give us our daily bread. So this daily bread here, so thing I will never forget it. And interestingly, they be promised with the daily bread.
I mean, Cargbo don't give people already. Not go that side, the left hand, not go that side. Cargbo don't give people.
So the bottom line, I join we no more every day, and then you go fortunate to be part of this particular money. But we want to make it very clear. We get certain people that we not qualify at all.
Anybody where they close to we yard family house, not waste your time.
When we consider say you very close, you talk to we every
you
now and
know
then.
but we yard, that money, lie, not for you.
Not to them no more. All about the one then where they,
the one that way they so call oversee that money, not for you. Mainly the money now for we people them where they now we yard, where they pan suffer. You know now I say suffer, you know.
Interestingly, somebody the message we where I need forget onto them. He say weird. He say I like the thing where una they do. Forgive that 300,000. He say but wait to taking into consideration how things really difficult inside the country. Why we not ASAP up small? I go battle una follow ASAP up small.
Well, anything gets starting, as we say, now so we start them. Well, as people they call we, how we they go, now so things they change.
But wait to.
Now step by step.
Yesterday, let me make this very clear. Yesterday on a program, because I see some people don't begin message we say, we been get how we call them? Honorable Alaji Kemosise, yes. And then it been the talk during the question and answer session. It been used one word yesterday where plenty people begin. In fact, some people right from the comment section they say no. And other people begin message me, and I saw now I say, but I don't even answer yet. I don't answer. Okay, yesterday I turned Kande Yunkela. A old one.
No, but I think you answer.
17. Remember?
You not get party and.
I mean, don't answer that in the later part.
Good. You all word not mean say you don't agree to the friendship request.
Well, the friendship and the party are 2 different things.
Now that's what they say. Somebody tell you say I want you for party and say our old word. Not mean say you don't answer to the request of the friendship.
Well, interestingly, so I think say I don't need for old word too much again.
So what do you want to say now?
I like everybody. You know, I like for interview everybody. Even the time where I've been in practice 98.1 BBC Media, I just like for interview. But interestingly, politician, them friend, the only way you then a mic, then sabi you.
So meaning you don't have politician party?
No, I just like to talk to
why
them.
they go? You know, some food they not go and take.
No, if I let you make the agenda, let it straight.
Party. You don't have politician party. The only politician we go be weird party. Now who's kind politician?
The one where they do well for we people there.
Dong! So waiting at the team. Why you want to now?
Okay, so I think say we don't make that name very clear. Eh? So not to Bambado. In fact, I like the way how the man get the courage to answer questions them, and that's been very cool with me.
Well, a politician.
Anyway, today we not come here for just talk as we can normally do, but we get stranger. And interestingly, before I introduce this person, let me make it very clear to you now. I be don't tell you say I don't get party,
Of course.
but I get person way I don't see when they very close to my heart. Well, not because I know or because I don't even sabi, but because of the mind, the zeal, the energy. You know, when he think big, if he gets a big vision and thinks if I go for big something. Interestingly, when you hear in a them political party, then the woman there, whose position they are for them?
Now women's wing.
Women's swing. The highest
Women's
position.
leader,
Let's say at the
chair
contest,
lady.
chair lady. At the contest, whose position? Women's league. Women's wing. You know, so that is why one woman day, not to be in day. It then na kono, na honorable, and the first and the only honorable female member of parliament na kono. One of the easy way I've been lacking business because it broke the ceiling, the glass ceiling. You know, inside kono, woman not the commodity for going to parliament. But he go, he contest, he win, and in at the first and only where they did now. Okay. And interestingly, with one or two other things, then it been get interview now even the BBC in Africa through connection and other things and through one kind of connection because of the waiting we're able for beat contact for let get interview as the first person.
Okay.
You know, so I always just like and fond of women them when they try for broke the glass ceiling. Ladies and gentlemen, we get another woman inside the program this night. We actually the Council can tell you about how he bought this glass ceiling for broken inside the APC party. Well, he say he want to go for the second position inside the party. I hope I get it right. When are the deputy, the national deputy or deputy national chairman for the All People's Congress Party. But the question will be asked, I say, this man get mind though.
Well, before the woman come inside, not to mind, we go look for courage with people, for encourage with people. You know, salon politics, we really need for involve women.
Well, not of us say they no one for involved, but interestingly, I can hear some of the women then you don't go into the race.
Okay.
Then the kitchen now don't begin get the heat. Then go begin the cry now. Me, then they cost me all, and then they diss me all, then they intimidate me all, then they pull secret society by me, all of them things and they. So I think something in the way the man they need for no, because I talked to one of the candidates them as well for the I think APC UK and I where tell we say, you know, any man we afraid for contest with woman, they're not a man enough. I love that word.
Well, make we not waste time. We family members them. We they bring una the stranger who get inside we are today. Make yourself can introduce yourself and tell una waiting a come for now we are and waiting a think when a better thing for Mama Salon in case you win the position.
But we don't actually talk say they can afraid for going to the kitchen because of the heat. Eh?
Well, now 2023 this. Make we see what happen.
Before he even say hello, I want for lay in no say when they can talk about national issue. So we start the ball rolling right from here.
Hotspots.
Welcome to the show. In name not Jennifer Kargbo, where they go for the Deputy National, Chairman for the All People's Congress Party. Welcome to the program, ma.
Thank you very much, Riyad. I appreciate this opportunity for dialogue with you now and for make a talk about my vision and why I decide for coming to the race.
Okay. So we hope you go enjoy the discussion today.
Thank you.
Because we can get we in an ORS. You know that ORS solution?
Yes.
Add salt, add sugar.
Add salt, add sugar.
Yes, they give one kind taste we are not able for no. Only would I get mine for drinker and the drinker.
Thank you, drink.
Yes. So in the first place, let me make this very clear. We don't invite any other person. If you feel say you get interest for contest for any position, reach on to we. We don't get problem. We don't get nobody with the favor. In fact, not sabi. In fact, who's one we own this? We don't vote. vote no, the vote we. And then we know to APC no APC we.
We not just weird.
And we concerned about who that will come and liberate the country.
Yeah.
Interestingly, we not party to the opposition. Because any South opposition or they, and then the governance system, democracy not the work at all. So one more time, one for say welcome, and welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, me and Mrs. Jennifer Kargbo. Mrs. Jennifer Kargbo, an APCian of a long time, over 40 years. My link with APC starts really with the Shaka Stevens days. So I bring that historic memory of what APC stands for and the kind of things that APC can do and what I believe, say, can be an APC in the 21st century that brings a kind of stability into the country, and therefore the voice of a woman, especially a woman where I believe, say, I get the experience, I get the exposure, for bring that second voice, those opinions, the female opinion, the female passion, the female humanity, where usually institutions that are completely headed by men, or where men take all the leadership role, they usually lose that side, and a political party has to have that side of it, because you are dealing with human beings. And in dealing with human beings, the human dimension where women go bring into the picture, the visionary roles where women go bring into the picture usually differ a little. And therefore, I believe, say, my being a woman, and a woman with the kind of experience I don't get, with the kind of jobs and roles I don't play, both in the local scene and international community. And the role again, I believe, I play within my party, although for now, it is more on the sideline. And when you're on the sideline, you don't make much impact. It is when you get on the table and you are able to link up with people who really make the decision that I believe you can really change or you can influence decisions. So that is why I'm coming into the party. And I believe, say, I have a lot to offer as somebody who don't work in development, as somebody who gets a strong political understanding of what politics is about and the developmental role of politics, and especially the developmental role of political party, and how that role has to be modeled to make sure that the party, the ideology, it make a significant difference in how the economy, how the social, and how the political, space is managed. So it is on that framework, on those perspectives, that I decided to come into it. Especially in the last 5 years, we all know the turmoil within the APC, the infighting within the APC, and some of the roles some of us have been playing to bring about peace and unity, and for us to understand that, yes, an institution will go through changes, but changes doesn't mean that, we have to fight each other, or we have to see each other as enemies.
All right, Madam Jennifer, I think when they come inside that area, the way they try for enter, so when they take them slow. You say you don't take 40 good years now this party we call APC. I want to ask you, now you first turn this for contest for any position at the party?
Yes, it's my first time.
And why?
My very first time, because I go into the party as a younger person. I left, I go study. I come back in 1979. I went back into the party. Then again, I left. I left in 1986, and I was away for 20-something years. And I come back. And since I came back, I've been with the party, mainly on the fringes of the party and on the sideline. But now I want to come into the mainstream of the party as a candidate and as a position of Deputy National Chairman.
Why you feel say you fit on this position where they can't contest for so?
Well, I feel to say I fit because I understand the party ideology. I get the historic perspective of the party. I understand what political parties are supposed to do from what I've done in the past. My work in the United Nations Economic Commission for Africa, that was one of the areas where I focused on in my governance work, working with political parties, including, political parties in Africa, to asking them and doing programs and doing research work that shows that the role of political party in development is critical, and therefore our political parties must understand that role and how they themselves plan within their own institutions to make sure they're effective and they are able to lead and provide the leadership that will bring the kind of turnaround that will influence the lives of our people, because politics is about influencing lives. It is about changing lives. It is about improving communities. It is about making sure that changes take place within the countries. And therefore, these are the kinds of work I've done. And I believe that being within the party and as an officer, I'll have the opportunity to work within the group and to see how those kind of information and those kinds of programs can better be developed to make sure that even if we are going through changes, the changes will not destabilize the party like the way we see in the last couple of years, with the reform agenda, and now the reform agenda really destabilized the party in ways that should not have happened.
All right. People don't listen that one day. Just like waiting, we've been telling you, we the ask Boku, no mind will, we the ask anything, because as we talk to you, we watch the comments, people that they talk to we and ask things them where you know they see, but they see them. Yeah? So somebody go ask, because this question, it don't tell where people and they ask them, some man they answer them, but you know they see nothing behind them. People then go ask, this side where say don't work, so you don't work now, big places them where everybody don't hear it as you say. Somebody go look for no waiting if you don't do na salon.
Inside Sierra Leone, I came first after I finished college in 1979. And between 1979 and 86 when I went, and 88 when I went back, I was in development management, in which I was one of the people who pioneered development training in Sierra Leone. I worked with an institution we call the Opportunities Industrialization Center, where we are ones who brought in management as an area for focus on, as an area we're going to make a big difference in the management of the economy. In that capacity, I was able to provide services to many institutions, to the civil service. I was able to see how the civil service reform and how the civil service structure could be better managed and the resources could be better managed for the good of the country. It is from there I was able to go on to IPAM, the Institute of Public Administration, where again I provided those kinds of perspective, insight, and training. While I was doing that, I was also working, creatively with my party. And I remember in those days when E.T. Kamara was the Secretary General, the kind of support I gave to him to better manage the secretariats, the work I gave to William Conte when William Conte was the Speaker of Parliament, and the kind of work I was able to guide him in terms of how do you manage parliamentary debates and the kinds of documentation his office is supposed to maintain. So yes, within the Sierra Leone community, I've done a lot of pioneering work in the area of management, including looking at women in development, which is one area where really I caught the United Nations identify me as somebody with a strong organizational skill and somebody who can pull people together and pull resources together to make a big difference in the lives and in the institutions that they manage. So yes, within Sierra Leone, within my party, the kinds of work I've done, and currently also the work we are doing with the peace, the work I'm doing with the peace, the work I'm doing with first-time voters, the work I do in terms of election monitoring. These are all, work that I've
Now we
done.
get this question we come from, this person on YouTube, a name Undertaker. Undertaker say, what is new? The lady talking about our political ambitions should know that we have had it all. She needs to bring something new because it's always the same old promises. So, what do you want for bringing new into the economy? Interestingly, I go back and up with something, because this one I taken from you pro, where I go inside you file and get them complete with all the information and become profile. So, this now what you say inside your profile. You say, you get the sound understanding for the economy and social, political, dynamics inside the country. In other words, you know how the economy they go. So now inside the country, from where una come before we inside the country, Sierra Leone, take to this time, the politicians they all know about the promises, about what the people actually need and how all the bright ideas of how for actually move the country go before. But again, let's take you and quote this particular person, when are the president. He say, you not gonna know waiting there inside until you take the office and then you go know waiting are the real problem.
Yeah.
This now, why he said this? Because they may come and tell we say they know and they get all the solutions to the problem of people. Then. So the same goes to you. Now you get the idea, according to you, the understanding of how the economy, how the social and political dynamics, the way and manner how things that they go inside the country. So how let's start with the economy, because that particular area there, any politician will joke with them, the people not will ever get easy with them. So let me start with that day. You did go for the second position inside the APC. And if you win that position there, and then una take over power tomorrow, you get great influence on whosoever we will get for be the president of the country. With your idea where you say you get, with the economy Africa or economy on Africa or so where you don't work, the big office them where you don't control with over 100 million where you do be the control, for example. How you feel say we were able to transform this economy as it is right now?
I believe say a country therefore able for feeding itself. We have to be able to feed ourselves. And therefore for me, the engine for growth, the engine for development has to focus on agriculture. And how do we move the agricultural agenda? The agricultural agenda cannot be moved on its own. The agricultural agenda has to have a holistic approach. We mean to say, the Ministry of Agriculture not for work in isolation. The Ministry of Agriculture for work in tandem with all of the other ministries to make sure that the spillover effect, the contributing effect of all the other ministries. Take, for example, the human capital that the agriculture would need. How do we make sure that those human capital, the knowledge and the skills that will make agriculture...
this is what we begin to talk about, so human capital. Nothing this way, we don't hear you plenty. If you talk about human capital, nothing this way, anybody right now can talk about human capital, especially when it comes to... And I would like to compare, with president in what's them right now, because in the person where they in charge, we can call her the caretaker because we put on the for let they handle the power for we. In the case of Usai, and then they come back for ask we whether we want them for continuing that power. That is why we call them caretaker. So now, for example, you don't talk about human capital, and now you talk about human capital in the agricultural sector. Tell me about this. What's in the human capital? Because maybe we misunderstand and misuse the word.
The human capital is a capital that turns things around. Changes doesn't happen until human being takes action. And therefore, you have to have the knowledge and the skills. You have to have the attitude and the approach and technology that will drive the agricultural sector. And therefore, for me, the human capital is not a generic capital. And therefore, you have to have human capital that fits into each sector. And therefore, the agricultural sector that should feed us. What would be the kind of people? What could be the kind of training that we should begin to give to our farmers? Because our farmers are illiterate, our farmers cannot read and write, and therefore the kinds of knowledge and support we give to them will be completely different from what you can give.
So,
and
so
how do we
now,
encourage?
you actually they talk about bright ideas then, where anybody where they listen you now, where they say, okay, these ideas they look bright. But now, look at this thing. The position where you actually contest for, now for be national deputy national or national deputy chairman of the APC. Now, being the chairman means say you get for be chairman for the party. La put them to you so. How you get for manage two capacity? Now you want to manage your party for let a day in order. At the same time, all of the ideas there, so you as well want to make them implement them in terms of the country and how the people forget them. You sure say you go able for take the two, or tomorrow you go tell me say no, not for rule the country. That is why we get the president. Me not for manage my party. Now we dey for.
Take for example, my party constitution talks about constructive nationalism. That is the development perspective my party has. And therefore, within the party, that has to be translated into how we manage the economy. And therefore, the discussions that I think we should be having in our party, how do we use constructive nationalism, which is the ideology, the development ideology of my party, to make sure it does the kind of transformative work. It will make sure it responds to the lowest level of our people, because constructive nationalism means that we are looking at a broad-based development that touches the life of the low level of people. And therefore, yes, within my party, using the constitution as we have it, using the ideology within my party, we should begin to think creatively. We should be able to influence whoever wins that election, to make sure that the programs really reflect the ideology, the development ideology of the political party. So yes, while I'm focusing on my party, I'm using the instruments within the party to make sure these kinds of discussions, these kinds of influence take place in terms of how we shape
honestly,
the development
agenda. You touch right now. So then get one word where they can say remote control. So the power of the party constitution and the ideology, the influence we will get for see una actually the remote control, as they can say. And you know what they mean when they say remote control? In other words, una not they allow the caretaker we will get for gets, for let it take decision on your own. Rather una go for the always tweakulam. Like use me uncle in word. Tweakulam to how una want them for be.
To some extent you should. If you look at the Republicans and the Democrats, their agendas are influenced to some extent by their parties. And therefore, I believe that as a political party, we should be able to influence the agenda of whoever is sitting on that chair. And what are the possibilities? What are the instruments? What are the realities that present themselves to you to do that? We have our parliamentarians. Are we really making sure the parliamentarians speaks to the issues and reflects the philosophy and ideology of our party? And I think that the kind of support, and I'm going to give you a very good example.
Sorry. Somebody just don't draw it to attention. We say not even conscious of that one day. You continuously don't speak English, so they want you for calm down, let you talk Creole, let them understand you fine. We're not even catch that one day, but thank you very much. Would I send this thing for we? And I tell her let you talk Creole. Okay, Abdul Kano, thank you very much. Yes, please.
Okay, and they look at and they say, how do we do that? I have a very good example. I worked with the UN, and one of the countries I worked with.
You not still talking.
The work I do, when we work with, let's take for example Namibia. When we work with Namibia, where we were able to develop, we were able to put together
okay, hold on, wait. I'm not saying this thing.
It was strange.
But the truth now, saloon people, you want for come take up. And also you don't get a lot of experience working outside the country, will make it a little bit difficult for you able for the communicate, especially when you consider yourself say you in a public forum, for talk to people. But please, look me in the face and see how best you can adjust. You can adjust again. We the time for talk dry Creole so So we not get problem with that. Let me just go. Imagine you people them within a village and let me communicate to them.
Me Creole usually I can mix them up.
Okay, if they're telling mix and then you be consistent in the English.
Yeah. I said I get good example for sure.
Okay.
How that possible? You parliamentarians in a parliament. We as a party for providing support. We forget a unit within the party. When they look at the discussions going on in parliament, when they look at the programs in parliament and how those programs in the camp, and make sure say we they feed them continuously with the policy perspective, we they feed them continuously with ideas, you understand, with the know-how, with the knowledge, with the sabi, we're gonna make sure say the right thing, they influence them, and that the programs will come out of parliament where the support we work will reflect what the party wants. So that is one good example, and that is an area where I believe my experience are able for use them for help parliamentarians. Look, for example, the discussion where they gone on the PR, people in the vex with parliamentarians them that they don't seem not also for they do the work where they expect them for do. And I believe say because the party they're in difficulty, now that make I believe say they are left on their own. But a party for able for provide the kind of support, you understand, to parliamentarians them, so that they go talk and they go do the kind of things them what the party wants.
Okay.
All right.
So okay, sorry. You know, I still the inside that one thing when me catch up with inside the profile. You don't talk about the economy, but we're not done here too. You don't watch how we economy turn, right?
Yes.
How you go assess the economy right now?
I think the economy is on a nosedive. It's on a nosedive. We look at the debt ratio is high. We look at the cost of living, which is the basic, the bag of rice, bread and butter issues. It's so basic to all economy. And when people are having difficulty feeding themselves, it tells you where the economy is heading. The economy needs to be
You remember this song? You remember this song? Tolombo no go sidoya.
Angry Boku.
Tolombo no go sidoya. The suffer boku. So what this simply means? It simply means say the people were even tired with even your government by then, before ever then go into this one. Where now then they see more pain. But for let them see more pain now, not mean say una look better past this one. No. But the question now, how una go look better past how una been there?
I believe say the APC has always been a better party.
Yes, better, but people cry under una government.
No, they will cry, of course. The expectations of people is always higher.
Because of the expectation, waiting una tell them that is why they expect much.
Yes, they expected much.
So
yes,
now, waiting for make that cry where people been crying, you know, like you get human. If human cry, you go feel pain at the same time. But most politicians not feel pain for the people at all.
But you know, say during that time, they really the economy in the last 2 years of APC rule. And I know what happened with Ebola and the fall in the commodity prices.
Correct. But at the same time, money been the come with regards to Ebola.
Yes, the money come, but the money was not for development. The money, you know, when you get money for consumption, it's completely different from when you get money for development. The consumption money na for cover hole.
So you know, in the last government, then we actually tell you about what they call diversification. In other words, they want to make sure they not put all of the eggs them inside one basket.
You don't take your uncle English then.
No, now the other one the way former caretaker, you know, and like will be always the use. Say then they diversify the economy. In other words, they not put all the egg inside one basket.
Of course.
If they get shock in the mining, when not been the above of the economy, not been the life basket of the economy, or how they call a lifeline of the economy by then. So when they can get shock, the world market in terms of the minerals, then the price can drop, and then Ebola and all of this thing, we find out that we drop drastically. Also, then they call we say we not been the fastest growing economy. We can reverse. You understand? Because we been take all we eggs, we put them inside the mining sector. Yeah. We not even focus on other area then. Now, we see things then they happen. And now the world now, they try to transform into different things then. All man not the other person again. Rather, they want to make sure say they're able for team up one. When I make with the suffer so right now, because we always depend on for trust. We always depend on let them sorry for we. Then get this one they can say, Yemi taku here. I don't know how to
give me for God.
Give me for God. Now always we depend on. So how una go make sure, because that is the problem. How we una go make sure say una not taking in the same direction where we do right now. Because you, the reason why we ask you this tough question, you now the second influential person if you get for win this position.
I believe say in any development situation, you get to plan, you get to program what you for focus on. But when you focus on that, there are what you call external exigencies. You should also keep your eyes on the external exigencies and make sure that
what do you mean?
You not change.
I lost a bit. What do you mean?
Things that when you not be make up. Okay. There are things usually even at
so you for always get plan B.
Yes, for always get plan B. You for always get what you go say in case this happen, what thing I go do. That's for always then at the table. And I believe say the leadership for be vigorous enough for make those changes quickly enough. We not for wait say things don't go bad before we change. We for be able for question as you go along for constantly question how we do things. And whether what we do in the yield the kind of results that we want. And therefore, that's a room for change when change need is key. If you not change quick, we allow change for catch up with you. I think say that is when you go find out say you're not able for do what you plan say you want for do. And therefore I believe say a government for constantly keeping in focus in agenda, a government for be able to get a plan B, a government for be able to come out quickly and say, what thing they do, I go for change them or I go for make them stronger or make them better. A government for able to do that. A government also go for be able for question the people they will give those responsibilities to.
All right, Madam Jennifer, you don't church some side where I get for come in. You know, a lot of people say most of the time when APC politicians they can talk, they get brighter ideas them. Now you talk of when something happen, government for able to do this, for tackle the problem. So people go look for no, as you don't spend 40 years now the APC political party with them brighter ideas they have. Also, we have been keep their ideas they are till where they're able to vote on out where Madam you can see them.
You know. Politics are biscuits. You know, they no sign they broke. Even with all your bright ideas, you know, politics is a social issue. People's expectations, people's level of tolerance, it's so unpredictable. The unpredictability of people really can take politicians by surprise. And I believe say APC now with overconfidence. We've been too overconfident. Now the overconfidence, now really take you by surprise. We were so sure that we were doing the right thing. The roads were being made. We address the light issues. All of those things were being taken care of. So I think to say we were too overconfident.
Yeah, but yet still the people still they cry.
Yes, they were. They were crying not because APC was not doing what it was supposed to do. They were crying because they expected more. And in expecting more, they believe that the change is what will give them what they were expecting for. And they've come to realize that it was not the right change that they were expecting.
Let make we knock reverse bit, a small bit here, and go back to this agriculture. They talk about production. Now we talk about as we talk so right now, we get big agricultural projects all the year about, like the Tumabum, when they all talked about projects. They talk about, you know, almost $1 million where they actually don't decide for putting into that project. But as we talk so now, we don't talk about now like 2 or 3 years we go so now with that project. But honestly and sincerely, I don't know, sometimes maybe I don't eat one seed rest from that Tumabum.
But if I eat, why not for it?
No, but I don't know. But me I not eat it. And then secondly, you know, the other day when we caretaker go na Dubai, it tell we in that expo, it tell we say investors them don't the way they come now the country as a return. So up till now, we not see the investors them way come for produce rice. And the talk and go talk and come now. Yes, now we people are able to in as much as they get cassava, potato, yam, all the other things that we able to rest seriously. So now let we go back the production chain. How una get for make sure say because we want for see things happen. You know the Vietnam, one of the things where they knock chest pan. Now yes, and we get better land system. Pass a fertilized or fertile land past some of them country then but yet still we able pa manjalaji. How we go see the government because now una all get for sit down and make manifesto. Now una all get for sit down and make wetin dem call long-term and short-term development plans, you know, for the government and the country. So how una go make sure say like the Toma bomb, it not be talk and money na bank, but it be reality where the people go see. And not all people talk about, but people feel and eat. Because we actually need things then. We need job, we need food at the table, and una no say we need them things then they.
I believe say the Toma bomb, okay, maybe Toma bomb is used to illustrate. We they use Toma bomb for let we tell the story.
Yes.
You know, for say with all the agriculture, the money we don't it's nothing on the commodity, which is true. You know, and I think say if we go for change up, we get for realize say the hard decisions that we get for take, and sometimes they hard decisions then and get for affect people then, because you know if we able for feed we safe, and we say we they cut down on the importation also because right now there's a lot of importation taking place. Rice is coming, and the rice where they come in. We young local farmers, they're not able to compete with the rice price where they come in. And I remember APC government in the last year outside today, they've been trying to address that issue. For make sure say the rice where they come become more expensive than the rice where they go in the country. If you remember when this new government come, they roll them back. And I remember the farmers then were a little upset about it. So one of the things that we get for encourage our farmers them for grow rice where they go able for sell them, and therefore the private sector enroll in agriculture. We get for increase them. We get for move away from subsistence farming. So where we now get large scale farmers where we the support and make sure say we give them the incentive and we give them the know-how, we give them the technology. We go make. As a private person, putting money into agriculture. For me, that's not the one area I believe say for support private sector investment.
So now look at the local content again. We're very important. We don't see governments, especially this government, always they want to start investors they're out of the country, but they not value the local investors them. So how can I get for make use of that? Because talk and go, talk and come. Now we local farmers then the plant for we would eat the small would get so right now. But we not just value itself, we value somebody when a stranger.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. We go for value with farmers them. We go for take with farmers them from subsistence farming to what I go call a large scale farming, industrial farming. We go mean to say now you go able for plant rest in a large area using one variety, bringing all the low what you will call the value chain, not also.
You know something chain. And they as you they talk, I will get for the come inside for bring something, especially because. The same way una be there power, I be practice active journalism. You know, one of the reasons that we make una not been succeed in that rice production and agriculture because most of the one who be there in charge of equipment and distributing the resources to the one them way for do them, they give some people but they pick and choose who that for give, look by face, who that belongs to this, who that not belongs to this, and then when you begin for look at development in that farm business, in that party, tribal or regional business, of course you the lead, you the head for fail, hopefully. So we want to see a change in that area there. We really want to see a change in that area there. People and they we not get connection, but they know how to do their job. How we not go make sure say we reach into that kind of position where people will actually fit for do the job now they go do them. Not to who that don't sing and dance for now because of now all belongs to the same party.
That is why I say the private sector. And for bringing the real private sector, you know, people that will believe say then some will put money into agriculture. So you go into some kind of public-private partnership because agriculture is very expensive, and for let you get agriculture, we go try for a while. Government in hand there for data, but government in hand, not for be a hand when I ended at the middle. Government in hand for there on the side supporting the indigenous farmers there, the indigenous businessman. We want for going to agriculture in a big way, but you need the kind of program we go make them, even if it take time for them begin for reap the benefit. Because when you put money into agriculture, they begin make profits the first year. Sometimes at the third, fourth, fifth year, and that's when they begin for make profits. And therefore, you need that support where governments go give you for make sure say you stay the course that during that difficult period, government support you so that you not go become discouraged and left and go. So these are the kind of work I believe the government for support the indigenous investors them where gets a stake in the development of the country.
2018, when this government came into power, according to one of the mouthpiece, now the Unity newspaper, they put the president of the caretaker Julius Marabio, and actually quote him directly and say, they plan for give 2 million jobs to people in. Like I say, politicians always like for play mind games of the people. Play with the toy. They just like for toy the minds of people. Whereas they know say people actually need job. People really jobless. Not of us say they not get thing at the head or not of us they not some of them not qualify, but because of job not there. We only able pan the government for provide job and government not get enough job. If the government creates more job like as we say now, we get in a call over bloated, wage bill as we say right now because all the weight they na the government in hand. So what you now go do because right now because they say the idle mind na the devil, the Satan in workshop that one day. Because we don't say now say Satan in workshop don't really boku. We they see waiting and call kush, we they see waiting and call tramadol, pampas water. Imagine
extra C,
Dizy. They get a lot of drugs them where the youths them don't have up, they don't put the hand pan. And interestingly, the politicians them, the business people them, they empower the youths them for go into more of them bad and harmful things than they more than ever instead of providing job for them. Yeah. So what you know I would do in that area there? These are two problems: job creation and then the drugs we don't take over because of Satan in workshop no boku.
That's my discussion at my house all the time. Me and my husband, where we engage. Now that's what they talk about. This job. Governments are the major employer. The next employer, now the one where they get government contracts. The businessman there are contractors them. We know they get businessman there where they create job because then self they go look for job through contract. And therefore, we therefore look at how we really create a local business interest group. Create a local business interest group. Look at a couple of women and men where we believe say we can resource them for take on some of this development work, the production work where we need for doing at this country, production of agriculture, production of technology, and see how we go link them up with bank so that they go able for do the kind of groundwork we go able for make them create jobs. We're not able for create jobs in that number overnight, but I believe say with time we go able for begin for add to the job creation if we engage and we get private sector really involved in production rather than the present contract when I no more than they run after. For go get contract and supply.
Except if una get a different mindset right now, but una self give plenty contracts them, and especially.
That's what I'm saying. The mindset has to change.
Okay.
The mindset has to change, and that is the kind of influence I believe say we can begin to bring. The mindset has to change. I'd rather we support young people them, and resource them and guide them for let them become our next generation of. We need to create millionaires. We need to create Sierra Leone millionaires. Where are our Sierra Leone millionaires?
How we go do that?
For create Sierra Leone millionaires, we therefore support them. Because the banking system in other places is support them. But in Africa, now we go for support the new millionaires.
You know how the banking interest are like in terms of giving loans to business people. You know, when they talk to somebody the other, the way they talk about now, we get the highest interest rate in terms of giving loans to people them we want for the business.
It is very high, 30-something%, and the payback period is very.
All right, the program we watch right now. Now we are on YouTube and on Facebook. We get Madam Jennifer Kargbo. We actually, you know, they contest for be the deputy chairperson for the APC party. You get me, Madam Jennifer?
Yes.
Yes, please. Let's take you quickly. You know, one thing we, if I open phone line right now, a lot of people go on for ask you. I don't want for they can charge me. Rather ask you before they can ask me. You know, we get a lot of problem we don't happen under this government. The people above politicians or stakeholders them for actually they stand up and be their voice. You know, a lot of people they feel say the role way we play now most of una for don't they play them for actually they talk for the people them. You know, we see for example, you know, from the first time where they go to parliament, the parliamentarians them, how those governments use their power for make sure say they put 10 parliamentarians out of on them. You know, as they go na McKinney, we suicide and kill a lot of people. We go na Tombo, they kill a lot of people. You go na Pademba Road, the same thing. And then August 10, 11, 12. So we see a lot of things them again will happen with this government here. So and then on the same a lot of side in 91. How you call this part again? A lot of places them where this government don't do. Yes, a lot of places them. So people them don't become hopeless. Don't become helpless, and the una for be the voice. So the question way a lot of people go out for ask you, with all of them things that will happen, who say you been done day? We know here, but Jennifer, they come out and talk.
I don't talk. I don't go out. I don't go out. I'm not going to the international radio them, but you know, I did a citizen radio. Are they on Tumac Radio? Are they on Facebook? Are they on the social media? Yes, are they talk? But you got to understand, say, they talk. You got to be at a place where it will make a difference. You know, as a private citizen, talking in those areas, you know, not they go far. That is why really I want to come into the middle of my party so that my voice will have I can have a louder voice. And a voice that can make a difference. Yes,
so,
I've been talking.
Let's look at this thing. You're not a private citizen, as you say. We're not private citizen, as you already say. You know, we don't expect you for do like we, for actually get a platform for do like we, yeah. But rather, people actually want for feel on a presence rather than the small. They want for feel on a presence. You there with me?
Yes, I hear.
Yeah, they actually want for feel on a presence. Like for example, things that they happen. You stand up, we got other big platform them like the television, radio stations them inside the country. We're bigger, where people actually they listen to. You get other people and when they use, like you said in Facebook, you use them the audio messages them, they pull small video them, talk about issues them where they happen, not fear about anything. People actually want for feel una around them for no say una get them at the heart.
I agree. That I agree.
And like we now when a private citizen at the same time, a lot of people know about what we do. A lot of people they see say, oh, even when we're a private citizen, we don't get political positions, but we are creating a little bit of impact.
And that is what and it is only through your medium people like us will have the voice. We do not have the platform to just create our own voice.
Okay.
Our voice we can only get voice through platforms like yours. And it is those platforms some of us have been able to use to address also for come out and talk about some of these issues. Because we not get the platform where we will just do as you expect. But as I say, through people like Tumac Radio, through other social platforms, we're able for come out through Twitter and other social media, and we're able to come out and give voice, to issues as they unfold.
We're actually there about for open phone lines for let people ask you questions. And I want to make them very, very clear again. So when you call, you go straight to the point because you only get 1 minute for ask question to Madam Jennifer. This now, Madam Jennifer Kargbo, we actually want to go for the Deputy National Chairman for the APC party. And if I get them right, that position now, you not the only woman.
Where you go?
Yes, where they contest for now for that position there.
Well, now that's I know so far.
Okay, so we have actually one for do. But let me go inside on a
There's a
particular.
gentleman also. There's another gentleman. Hello.
Yeah, no, the man and they, but I talk about woman.
So far, yes, that I know.
Okay, so let me go into on a party now. Better one. We see how and waiting they happen in on a party. A lot of people, the still party has not been serious for take up the mantle inside after the 2023 election for take up the seat of power. You know, a lot of people they see una as una divide. You know, where it cost them a lot of things. Them, you know, how different faction. As we talk so now, the local, the lower level election. The word done, and they talk about the constituency and other elections. Them, we don't hear about another right again to the court. I mean, right letter again to the court for see how they go do. Yesterday, we talk to Kemosi say Nayaso, where we they ask if they satisfied with the election, they say no. And waiting at the next plan. And please tell me, you be the watch.
Well, it being pronounced and I say then get for take legal action.
Yes, because of they're not satisfied with the kind way and manner how the lower level election they go. We even go forward and ask and say if they're not concerned about time. He said that's not the problem where we get. We always think about time. We don't think of doing the right thing.
Let them just do thing.
We're right.
No, let something just happen because of time or because of.
So he basically say we don't need for do something because of time. We actually need for do the right thing.
The right thing, exactly.
So now you then I ask so for tell me how you don't watch the lower level election so far.
Well, I think to say there are issues with the lower level elections. There are challenges where we get for address, you know, and it's unfortunate, you know, that we not look at the big picture. We continue for the power struggle. Rather than looking at the big picture and how that big picture, we all can come together and do the right thing for make sure we push with party go before and that we get a candidate for the 2023 election. You know, and the issues on the ground, you know, they have to be addressed. And I hope that all of us will see sense in working for a party rather than working for individuals.
You get fear if when we get to go back to court for correct some of the things that already happened. You get fear?
Of course I get fear, yes, because it's not good for the party, really. A party will always in a court. It's not good. You know they send the right message. I know they blame the one they go to court. I blame we all. We will not do the right thing when they make the one they go to court. When they go to court. So all man gets a blame. And we'll go for left the blame game. The blame game will go for stop them. And we go for stop the blame game and do the right thing. We're going to make sure we not they blame each other.
You go for the second position inside the party. What you do now for make sure agree people in, you know, become satisfied, and the one that will do wrong thing become and do the wrong thing and do the right thing, and the one that will always try for draw the party down for not get chance when are able for work together and see the bigger picture for be the party and the country and not to individual like you already don't begin say.
My dear, I'm in a peace group. I'm in a group we call the Peace Facilitators, and just today that was our discussion. We are hoping that tomorrow we could we'll talk everything, you understand, in some of these things you cannot say it in public, but we are doing everything to make sure we bring everybody on the table.
So except sure otherwise, like I can always ask, we can always want for see the presence and feel una presence, feel una presence. But the peace group facilitating group where they talk about, so except for some other people, maybe other people don't hear about them. But for me, now the first thing this are the hear about them. What exactly una don't do for make sure say
it is an internal group. It's an internal group.
The ITGC not an internal group, not an internal party.
No, the ITGC is a court creation.
Yes.
The ITGC was created by the court.
Yes.
This internal one, we said come to research together.
So who are the makeup of this one?
They're APCians. They're basically APC people.
So you would that
think
because,
to say-
for example, we want to ask whether this now one of the faction they talk about the big six. They call them for me. Call them
No. They're not. It's not the big six of the
NRM. Yeah, Usman.
No. It's not. It's not NRM. It's not NRM. These are individuals who just believe, say, the party we therefore put a voice. We therefore give a voice where voice is necessary, and we therefore be able to be the people where they talk the truth and talk truth to power, and let each one know for say, what if they do not right, what if they do not right. Let me all look at the party now we number one.
So Madam Jennifer, this not the problem. This bigger picture they talk about, a lot of people get concerned over this bigger picture. All them things are where they talk, yes, it's necessary for make it happen, make una able get people where they tell other people them the truth. But the thing here is now, we get very close to election where plenty Sierra Leoneans them hope say una na the option for this present government for pull them na power. My brother asked Kemosi say the same question yesterday. Say una say the lower level elections, things them they go the way no right, and una not get for agree. Una get for take legal action. Una they consider of the time of the bigger election when una take another decision of already they go on so na the lower level election. When una go na court, if na court una they go, or any side una they go put them case then they, when una they done for arrange them case then they, and when una they prepare una self for face the big election. This na the concern of the people. This bigger picture. How long una go tell them people the truth, and how una go prepare una self to the time we'll get right now. We'll not get better time again to the bigger election. Whilst we still live and tell truth to each other.
Yes, I agree, but power struggle, let me tell you, is the most complex and most difficult thing to manage. Especially when you get various interest groups. And those interest groups, some of them will not even surface yet. You hot fire per one, new fire they get to the other side. So you find out that the difficulty the party face are the too many interest groups and the too many factions that we don't develop. And each one wants in your group line for win. And this is where we are having the difficulty. And I believe so we'll go with the manager.
And this division, this faction, yeah, so according to plenty, not because of the flag bearer aspirants then. So what you una they do for make sure say the flag bearer aspirants them actually see say the party na big pass them.
Yes, the flag bearer aspirants now one. But I think there are other issues also when they bring this power struggle.
Okay.
It's not just the flag bearer aspirants then.
So tell me about that.
I think say those people who believe say na them for them are power. Now they get rights for them are power. Forget about the flag bearer. Flag bearer na one. But there are also those who just believe say that they get the rights to power. They also they create the difficulty. Mm-hmm. They don't believe say power na thing where you can change. Power na thing, where they change hand. Then believe saying that they don't hold power and they're normal for dinner power. That's also a problem, and not just the flag bearer. If everybody to say everything na flag bearer, not only the flag bearer and the issue at the party. The party also that problem of people who believe say that they hold power and power only for belong to them. They no one for left, they no one for share the space with other people. So that's also an area where we talk about and where we look into for make sure say people understand that power they change hand. And when power change hand, it don't mean to say you're not relevant anymore. You're relevant, but not to you anymore at the driving seat. That's what it is. So there is also that aspect of the difficulty within the party.
If I can get
which
you
we
right,
don't usually talk about.
If I can get you right, the ITGC come as a result of court ruling. So they try for tell we say the last executive, some people not still feel say they forgive up the power.
Not only the last executive no more. There are other people also. When people say power for them at the hand no more. That is the issue. People not just want for left power. Then believe say power for day to the no more. That's another big area where the party, the crisis where the party they face, you know, and the flag bearer issue is just another aspect of it, you know. So people, because they want to stay in power, they use the flag bearer argument as the argument, you know, to stay in power or not to do the right thing. We go make things free and fair for everybody. So whoever emerge, you know, not out of arm twisting, not out of backdoor arrangements, those kinds of things. So for me, those are the two issues. There's the flag bearer issue. There are also those who believe that they must stay in power and nothing should get them out of the power seats.
All right, the program we watch right. The program we watch right now, we are on YouTube and on Facebook. And on the program this night, we get Madam Jennifer Kargbo. We actually want to go for the Deputy National Chairman for the APC party. And they don't talk about different issues, national issues, in party issue, and of course the inspiration why it feels say if I go for this particular position. You know, you contest with man them. Why them for choose you other than, you know, choosing another person? You get me, please? Madam Jennifer, you did it? Alright, slowly be and small. The internet actually don't hold so we know them for your properly right now. Yeah. Yes, you get me?
I didn't hear now.
Okay, so I've been asking you a question. You might not answer, I mean, somehow. But, you know, if you for talk to people right now, before we open the phone line, you know, when they watch you, or we will get for watch you later. Because right now on YouTube, you get 348 where they watch you. And then on Facebook, you get 184 where they watch you. So in all you combine, you get like 500 people where they watch you right now. If you for talk to them right now about, you know, why they will vote you, how you go convince them. Let's give you 2 minutes for convince them for vote for you.
I will tell and say them for vote for me because I'm the right person where go bring truth to power. I'm the person where I believe say I get the knowledge, I get the integrity for influence decisions, you know, because of the kind of things that I don't do within the party and outside of the party. And I go bring the woman's perspective when I believe say very necessary, especially in taking our party to the 2023 general election. I believe say a woman in that position will make a big difference, and that the ideas they want to bring, the join on, because many of us will believe say not a one person they make things happen. Now when people are able to work together, and I mean one person all the work they were done now join on for able to put people together, for able for build teams, for able to get people then forget confidence in themselves, for let them able to come out and do what they for do. I believe say the kind of way where they do work, and the way where they do work, and how they do work, and the ideas where go bring, it go make a big difference in making sure the women's voice, were very necessary in the party, you know, is given that priority for making kind of changes them. We the women, they really now we drive the party, but we drive the party not from the center. We drive the party from the outside. And once now that we're able to sit down at the center and drive the party, and I think to say, if I hold that chair, they are sitting at that wheel day, I'm going able to give the women them the space. We all go for join on and make a force for change and progress within the party.
All right, Famulem, we can open the phone line now for make unasef come inside and ask Madam Jennifer some questions there. But mind you, we open the phone line for just 15 minutes, and I think we get 1 minute for
call.
Yes, for anybody who want for call, we give you 1 minute, and please, whatever you call, just go straight at the point. Forget about all other things. We'll go talk them next time, because we not get better time again and we favor. We open the phone line now, call and take part. 1 minute no more, and make sure for work towards the time. Hello, caller. You name and where you call me from?
Yes, good evening, my brother.
Okay, good evening. Hold on, please. Madam Jennifer, do you hear him?
Yes, I did. Yes.
Please go ahead.
All right, go ahead. 1 minute, make your point.
Okay, so my question for Madam Jennifer. Madam Jennifer, you get salon and you had?
Talk no more, you get
Of
you.
course.
Now the question you ask.
Okay, go ahead.
The question I ask, I say if Madam Jennifer gets salon and you had, because the way we are listing all what they explain and nothing she gets salon and you had.
Okay, why
because this
you
particular
say so?
program we had this particular program we will get for we had for Madam Jennifer, he gave me so name, but I don't think she gets salon and you had. He gets different agenda. All which you don't talk, if you remember, good one, you don't get salon and you had. I'm sorry for saying this, but we want people and really we put salon first.
All right.
Now that's how we issue.
Thank you.
Okay,
very
thank
much.
you. God bless you.
Will you take 5 calls and then Madam Jennifer answer?
Hello, caller. You name and where you call me from?
Happy New Year.
Wish you the same. 1 minute. Go ahead.
I want to ask my comrade, Madam Jennifer, with all the 40 years, if you be active member of the party, or now where he come to the party, one position make he be active member.
The question not clear.
Hello, caller.
Hold on, make
I know they
get you.
Come again, Madam Jennifer, don't get you clear, please.
I say,
Yeah.
Madam Jennifer, with only 40 years at the party, if you be active member during the time when you want position yet, or having one position now, you can't be an active member.
All right.
Secondly,
Hold on. Madam Jennifer, you get some?
Okay.
secondly, now who's
Continue.
political membership card we get at the party? Thank you.
Thank you very much. So 2 questions I ask you. 1, whose political membership card will you get? Now the APC party. And number 2, and if you not be active member before this term, or now because you want position, make you turn active member. All right. Okay, you can answer the 2 first questions the way don't care. Why should we wait for other one? But we go stop you at any point for go to caller.
All right.
Okay, we
get
caller.
somebody.
Well, the first question.
Yes, just wait. Let go again.
Hold on, please, Madam Jennifer. Hold on. Hello, caller. You name and where you call me from, please.
Yeah, I mean, I concern CTC.
Go ahead. You get 1 minute.
How you do, sir?
Thank God.
My concern for this woman, Madam Jennifer Kargbo. Now the way we economy the country presently. Now, if you check, we never the all of this country. And we never in the sub-region. We will have a dollar na 800,000. We will connect business people there. Now we go connect today. We want physical money in hand, then they change $1 in hand. 890,000 loans. We want buy something that them for the money shop and they give 900,000. What if you don't kind of power? What them will do for $1 come back? I been there before them because them left 740,000 dollars at this country. How what them will confuse you back?
Thank you
very much.
He asked basically the dollar, the how the dollar there right now, and they compare with money to Guinea money, how we money don't really depreciate. What we now will do for make sure say the return the weight of with Leones. So also wanna be left away another 740 to 750,000 Leones.
Okay, now take the last call for the first 5. So Madam Jennifer will respond. Hello, caller, your name and where you call me from?
Yeah, are they live?
Yes, you did live.
Okay, yeah. As we can always get enough time for us some salient questions then. I just want to ask Madam Jennifer Kargbo if APC they actually mean business for contest these elections where they can. Because I see like it endorse people away they try for go to court. Because there was no time enough. You see how they don't promote Fisher, they don't get a ruling, they don't delay the lower level elections. Say before even happen on the 27th, they say they put on the 28th. And people have voted nationwide. So because some people are saying results not being go their own way, they decide for say they go back to court and then they endorse that. You know, so how long they will be in a court and will be the time frame? I don't know when I forget for asking that question. Who keep the accident, they work with ECOWAS the mandate. Because if APC are not able to put their house in order, technically they go they out. So I don't feel say any well meaningful party would think about going to court and lead to team because they don't take the court now as a trump card. Any small thing they go to court, even though some people don't get grounds. And if you don't believe, say back, external influence the inside this issue of APC for them will get angry. Why is the government will thrive smoothly? Because if you the first lady talk about APC the court case, they will get for calm. So all they in the play. So how best the role as in the vie for the position of a deputy chairperson for make sure so they can bring all the presidential aspirants and then come for letting them know say APC are the bigger picture and at the same time for salvage the country, not to just for but still individual interest.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you, sir.
Okay,
All right.
Okay.
Madam Jennifer, I hope you get this last one.
Yes, I think I do. Yes, I do.
Yes, please go ahead, please, and answer the questions. Then before we take the second set and the last set, sir, we will be the last set.
The person asked me if I get salon on my heart. It's a difficult question for answer. If I say yes or I say no, I don't know how that's going to satisfy him. But of course, I get salon on my heart. I'm right here in Sierra Leone. I mean, I'm right here living as a Sierra Leonean, doing things as a Sierra Leonean. So what else do I have to show that I have Sierra Leone at heart? And I think I've been working, doing the kinds of things. I build school out of my own pockets. I build school in my village. When I meet the pay teachers them, I think that's the biggest demonstration of having Sierra Leone in my heart. The kind of work what they do in my village with people them for build school out of my own money. They pay teachers, send teachers them for go do them TC. I think say yes. I don't demonstrate beyond reasonable doubt that I get salon at my heart.
Quick one, how much teachers them you get now in school where you pay?
Five teachers. Primary
teachers.
School.
Primary
Yes,
class 1 to
teachers. Class 1 to class. Well, one teacher they handle 2 classes because them village school, it's difficult for them you get teachers them. So even that's why I'm paying for teachers for go do them TC, because the teachers are not available. So you find that now 5 teachers, but they are teaching. Because the class 6, we're able to get a possible way. And they've done well. We don't go to 2 NPSC. We out of the 6 picking away seats, 5 pass in two sittings now.
Whose school this one they talk about so?
The school de Bompe in the Mayamba district. I'm from the Mayamba district. I'm from Bompe Chiefdom, and the school de Moyenkin village. In Mayamba Chiefdom. Yes.
The minimum wage in the country na 600,000. How much should they pay one of the teachers then?
Well, I know that's the plenty of money for pay them, so they understand that they pay them 350 and they accept it. We negotiated with them. They do everything, for they are not getting teachers.
So you actually pay them below the minimum wage.
Yes, I am paying them below the minimum wage. Just
okay.
I know. Yeah.
I'm glad that to be honest with that. So take the next question, please.
Yeah.
But wait, before you take them, in as much as you negotiate with them, say you violate we labor law.
Yes, I know that, but I'm doing other things to compensate for that. I'm the one paying for them to go to college, for go get the TC, So I'm doing things for support them, for let them qualify. Because once they qualify, then they will forget, they go able for qualify for the school, for let them pay the Minister of Education pay them the rightful salary they for. It's not a private school. I'm not doing it for money, Yeah. Whether I'm an active member, of course I'm an active member. I'm an active member of APC with a card, my dear. Not only am I active, I'm a fully paid up member, up to 2024. And my activism also not to just paper activism, not to just forget party card,
So whose membership will you get?
I'm an honorary executive.
All right, continue, please.
Me na one person where since I retire, I dey join on with people them for finance election monitors for APC. We the finance election monitors. We get an organization we call Common Cause. Common Cause na be Awoko. Some of you na go know Awoko.
Unisa Alim Sise.
Yes, Unisa Alim Sise. Partner with Unisa Alim Sise and others. for finance election monitors. Now through me, many of those where they come out diaspora, they come now through we they get accreditation for monitor election. I also work intensively with the first-time voters. I'm one of the mentors of the first-time voters in this country. And it's a job that we've done exceedingly well. Although, we all know what happened at the last registration, where they frustrate them for register. So I'm a very active member. Apart from me, peace facilitation role where they play, I'm active on the ground, and I go out and campaign when there is need for campaign during the election. I'm out there campaigning, So yes, I'm an active member of the party. As I say, I've been on the sideline, active on the sideline. I want now to be active on the table.
Somebody asked about the economy. He asked about the
Yes,
coin. No, not
dollar. Talk about the dollar.
The dollar, yes, the dollar and the Leones, and the Guinea money as well.
I don't know. I cannot answer that question off the cuff, because some of those these are physical issues. These physical issues are issues. It is when you're on the table, you confront them, that you're able to see how to address them. But I believe that there is a lot of incompetence going on. Why the dollar, the production is not taking place. I don't know what's going to happen, with the currency flow. So it's difficult for me to answer this question off the cuff, what we can do. But I believe, we can better manage the economy. And in better managing the economy, I believe, we can address the currency issue. We can address the dollar issue. We can address the imbalance in the system. We go lead to a better, currency value. This person asked me about going back to court. That I think the person seemed for say I endorse them. No, I've not endorsed going back to court. I say it's not good for going back to court, and that it is something we need to quickly address, that people don't go back to court. But are people aggrieved? Yes, people are aggrieved. People don't say the elections were not managed well, and I cannot answer because not all of us were out there. I was not an observer for say yes, the elections were managed right or wrong. But there are people who believe that the election was not managed right and they want to go to court. And I think at the beginning, I say, it is an area where we are urgently working on, but I cannot say everything in a public forum. But it's an area where we are working on so that people can see the bigger picture of not taking us back to court and dragging the party unnecessarily while we need to focus on the 2023 election.
All right.
We get one more question. Yeah. Yes, please. Go ahead. You get one more question there.
Those are the only questions I have.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the last one. All right. So they take the 5 calls back we left.
And at the last set of calls,
make we round up the program. So Madam Jennifer, the answer to her, and he said go rest. Hello, caller. Your name and where you calling from?
Yeah, happy New Year, happy New Year to all. Happy New Year.
Many happy returns.
Me I'm a follower. I follow this mommy interview this night. What we pray to God is that with the grassroots, the All People's Congress, who they plead and apologize to the all of the big them. They are not think for the way forward now. People in the southern of the country, me are the big them personally. They don't stand now the country. May they all allow church their heart and get support. We not deny say we all not APC, we all not APC. We all don't think for the masses. Me a young man, I don't follow politics about 20 years. But politics, about think for the RLB, not for the OCB for you. The RLB, you know, for think for the masses who they be you. The Mammy no seldom. Me when they talk to one of them, Michelle seldom. 1, 2, 3 honorable Shabini. But what about the audience in the slump? What about the audience in the village?
All right.
We not so with the big the church are there, don't think that the way forward for God and the I rest my case.
You know me don't get you. Thank you very much. All right, call
I know you hear
part of the
nothing.
program as we wait for 4
I know
minutes.
hear what the person say.
Well, it just be the try for ask for lay people to actually support you.
Oh.
Hello, caller. Hold on. He asks for people and support him, and also it please say make them try for come together for support the one where them feel say he don't sell already for the interest of the people. Now that the caller be try for say. Hello, caller. You name and who side you calling from?
This na JH. I just a call for see if the caller go convent.
Yes, you go convent. Yes. Now you the question go for Madam Kargbo.
Kargbo.
You school where you attend convent?
Oh, me if I go convent?
Yes.
No, Methodist Girls High School and Methodist Boys High School.
All right, in the high school they go, boys and girls high school.
I went to the Methodist Girls High School and Methodist Boys High School.
Because I look like somebody who has
The two high school, Boys High School and Girls High School.
All right, so I think not saying this.
All right.
Thank you very much, ma.
Okay, bye.
Hello, caller. You name and who side you they calling from?
On a good evening, happy new Sunday. And I guess on certain questions then why I ask them immediately.
And mind you get 1 minute.
Yeah, I get 1 minute, but not take me 1 minute, Chef Paddy man, please. The first question is why make boku bad accident within APC? That's my first question.
Okay.
Because nobody know why it left for a company. That's my one.
Okay.
Number two. Because I mean, at the share at this forum, at the invoice. I want to know what he don't do. Not the part from 2018 to now, and what did he continue back for do for salon? I know only not for salon. The type of for get position now within the APC. But I know for say if you don't declare what you say to ask because you ask and just know maybe we will get the space where you want in APC. So now rest my case.
Thank you. God bless you.
I
don't get the question.
Okay, you say why Boku
I don't get the
at
question.
the APC? Then number two.
Oh.
Hold on.
Hold on.
He want for know waiting he don't do in the country, although he no say
from 2018.
Good.
So now what you don't do and what you will continue for do. And two questions in Andy.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
Caller, welcome to the show, please.
Yeah, they call from United States.
All right, please go ahead. Give 1 minute.
I listen to Mrs. Kargbo. They do a very good job. We say he gets some teachers they really pay. Even though the money is small, but at least they do in efforts.
Mm-hmm.
So now help them. You know, for make somebody pay for you, na college, not funny. At least we all government they do for we self. Government they give grants in aid within our college to we come out you can work for government. And so I think it's what they do, then they help the picking they give them small thing, but they support in our college, that's good. Well, my own question is, he just talk about say just now that within the field where people then complain about the last election, the lower level election. But why make you for believe say there we are a problem where he say not within the field? Now just because people then say that is problem, I make himself believe or he gets confidence that there was problem because as far as we know,
okay,
or we don't understand, they make it clear say nobody need to vote with bank slip.
All right.
And people have for pay before ever they don't pay and go register before they get the slip before ever they can vote.
All right, Kola. Thank you. You don't exceed the time.
Thank you very much. Madam Jennifer, you get a question, right?
Yes, I get the experience in terms of the voting. Why if I be experienced, why no experience and why I think say yes, there was problem.
Okay, let's go and take another call.
Hello, caller. You name and who side you calling from?
Hello, good evening to both of us at the studio, and happy New Year to Una and her family, and also happy New Year to the Madam who is your guest today. Me question one I want to ask Madam is the politics in Sierra Leone at the moment with the political parties them every year the same thing that happen over and over, whereby political parties then they look at themselves as an institution whereby whether they didn't have power or not, they didn't have power, they will still continue for run. Especially more so when they come out in power, all their position they become dormant in a way whereby nobody not need to function. So if him becomes successful and he get the vote where he wants for all that high position there as a woman, what's an idea and policies them where you go able for put in place for ensure say the trouble where they go within the APC fighting now simple time when our power in fighting, that policy they could be so solid that the same thing will repeat itself over and over again. Regardless if they empower or they're not empower, there could be a solid policy in place for ensure say policies and processes they follow so that the party will still continue for run as an institution.
Thank you very much, Madam Jennifer. Don't get you question loud and clear, and he will answer you. God bless you.
I not get her at all.
Okay, basically they try for us the infighting, the problem within the party. What you now do for make sure so na put policy, things them in place for make sure say then not they repeat. Whether una dey na power or not.
Hold on, caller, please.
Hello?
Yes, please. The name and where you call from.
Hello?
You didn't lie. Yourself back.
Hello.
Please reduce the volume of your set.
Hello?
Well, one for no what's in the development, really the Mami Jennifer plan for governor this country. Where I would like for no. And what's in goals and a purpose we want for become a deputy national chairman. What's in really plan for accomplish and what in taxes them where you want for can develop this country. And that's I really want for no.
Thank you. We'll take this last call.
Hello, caller. Your name and side you call me from.
Hello. Weird.
You're welcome.
Yes, man. Thank you. Well, now I go straight to my question where to the man. We welcome in good faith, but my question is straight. We say them people every day where the masses and they suffer, where none but the past where you camp and cancel with the city now on social media. They aspire for position there.
Okay,
where
you listen to the program before this time?
No, I just
can't actually think of you. I'm not saying you can ask her this question, and I be don't ask him. He actually don't explain to we say it been done day and it been done the talk. He don't call radio stations the way it be actually done the engage, especially the eastern the eastern part of the country, the radio station there, and even social media. Ask her that question. I be no so you get for ask this question.
Okay, well,
so
thank you.
So
I get time more, or I
you get 30 seconds more. 30 seconds more.
No. I no go all up to the line. It's over 1 minute. Thank you.
Bye. Go ahead.
I actually, remember I tell you say somebody go get for can't charge me.
Let this guy go sleep.
I tell you, man, this person get for can't charge me.
All right, that's not the last lucky caller for today, but we get somebody in the comment by the name of Speak the Truth. It asks Madam. Yeah. It asks Madam Jennifer. He said, if you don't ever travel overseas, if yes, if you win this position, what thing you be able to do for make people already overseas for the able for vote?
The diaspora. So now the question is, we don't done with the phone line. We don't done. We need to take more calls again, and we need to take more questions again. We just listen to you now.
Yeah. Okay. I can go ahead.
Please.
Yeah.
Well, the person will talk about bad heart, and the person will talk about infighting. I think the two go together. You know, one person, the fourth person asks about the infighting and what we go do for put an end to it.
Yeah.
You know, and they want to talk about the bad heart within the ITGC, I think. You know, these are issues not only unique, not only APC getting kind here. Any side where you get 2-3 people, these things exist. But we believe, say, the new constitution where we get, when we put that constitution there for work, and I believe, say, when we put the constitution for work, one of the things that we'll go for do, we get for what we call a document we'll go for right, we then go up for translate and apply some of those things so that we all get common understanding of what's in the constitution. So we believe, say, the constitution not sufficient to, we don't get constitution, but we now get work for make sure that constitution day we understand them the same way and we apply them the same way. So I believe, say, those are the areas that we are going for work, but make sure, say, the infighting, the mechanisms that we'll put in place so that people are not going to court as the first option or as the second option. We'll go put an end to it, and that the infighting will be able to manage them better. So I think so those two, based on the constitution where we get and how we go make sure so we apply the constitution, it go help. Go done. Infighting not go ever done, but at least it go help for not be as vicious or as wicked or as bad as the person put up. He said, where have you done, what can you do in terms of development? He said, what have I done for development and what can I do? I think the development issue, as I explained, it starts from the party own vision. So that when a party win, the party vision, then they define the development agenda. And that development agenda, I believe, say, it will be one way go be people-centered. It will be one way go address the needs of the people. It will be one way go be production-oriented rather than consumer. And these are some of the programs that I believe, say, if a day inside the executive of the APC, are able for influence those development agenda. And I think, say, it comes to the country, government is about continuity. This thing where one government come to power, waiting and meet the other governments they do, and they put them aside, they start everything. I think to say, one of the things where maybe APC, where we come to power, we go for enact some policies them, we go make sure, say, the development agenda, where we the people of this country sign up to, so that government they come and just change them, say, now waiting one for do, now they do, waiting go do good for the people them. We politicize development, I think so. Try as much as possible for take politics out of the development agenda. The third person, what I do, when I get the position, what I go do? Yeah, what I go do? I think so. I better explain that. When I get the position, I believe, say, I go for joinan. Me not possible like for joinan. I believe, say, they move a mountain. One person, they move a mountain. Then people that were able for galvanize. Then people that were able for joinan. Then people that were able for bring people in together. And then they make difference in an organization. I believe, say, I go able for do that if I get this position. What can you do to develop the country? Well, I not say they can't develop a country. I think I can influence what thing go the APC go do for develop the country. Why have you not had your voice? Yes, that's when I think so. We don't answer them. My voice has been there, and I've been using the various platforms that are available. Okay. The last person say if the election if the people that say the election, how come myself? Yes, I go vote. Who say I go vote? I vote in a constituency. I vote in a ward 442 when I'm in ward. I go vote, and I see say people then align. You understand? And then align, they go vote. The only thing is when we go there, when you're a big person in an area, which is what happened really. When I go there, they all push for me. Mrs. Kargbo don't come. Mrs. Kargbo don't come. Then push for me. I go to the front line. I vote and I left. But what do you mean they say? People let they cry say things wrong. Not only Freetown, people that come on other places. People that come on at Bombali, people that come on at Kono, different places where they talk say things not work properly, and they want to go back to court. And we try for tell and say, no, court is not the answer. And hopefully maybe we'll go for convince them. So those are the answers that I get, you know, for the questions them where they ask me. You know, I believe say it's a program. This a development, a continuous program. Politics, an evolving thing. We were there from politics. We therefore understand say now people that we deal with people's expectation, and therefore we should be truthful. We should have integrity, and we should be committed. We not for go and then things here for go make money. We not for go there for your personal agenda. We for going to and for go serve with people there. And I believe say that is what I intend to do. I they go into it not to for go make money out of politics, but for go serve me people there for make sure say me party do the right thing for serve with people them. And that is why I want to go into it. And I believe say with the questions the way they don't ask me and the answers the way I don't give them, I go see say are genuine and that I go able for contribute, you know, immensely to my party in image.
You know, we begin to smile and laugh. You know why? Because of just one word. You say you genuine.
Yes, I'm genuine. I believe I'm genuine.
I've been saying for let me judge you. But I let you believe in yourself.
Yes, I believe in myself. I believe in myself. I believe in myself. When you believe in yourself, you judge. You never be your first judge. If you're able to judge yourself and see you wrong and you right, then you are not a human. You never be able to that. It's only people who are able to judge themselves critically.
Not over hype. Yeah.
And see their faults.
Anyway, we appreciate you time inside the program this night, and we appreciate the one that always call, you will comment, you will like, you will share. One for you plenty, thank you. We get still people that we don't join, we will not subscribe yet. Please consider for subscribe, because one for each 100,000. Well, December don't pass so.
Well, this we don't tell them now say with the goat and take
today
the 6th, today the 1st.
Hello, the one. So left approximately 4 or 5 days for
5 days
go to your birthday.
For make we reach to the birthday, and more especially the 100,000K.
The 6th January 6th.
Of course.
Oh, that's good.
Okay, so we still get more. So Bible and birthday not too far, you know. And we know, so we get a challenge, we get a target for each. So please not forget, because we want to give hands to people. So of course, today we will actually reach on to that. Well, tomorrow we go try for reach on to that person. We be reach on to we. For let we see how we can help other people. Tomorrow we expect forget, you know, the person where they contest for the APC Canada branch as chairman we Abdullah Briches Sisse. Why you smile? Why now?
No, I like the name Briches.
Briches, okay. Is it for cohesion, inclusion, and accountability? Abdullah Briches, yes.
Bomba ideas.
So, I go do it tomorrow. I know say that this not the intent. And when they went to see, you know, how we go reach to the convention, because I ain't get the gri.
Oh yeah.
The bing and all thing. So they look forward for that one day. Madam Jennifer, you know, if we foresay, let you left way now and go rest. But before you left way for go rest, you could just want for hearing from you, waiting at the take home message or waiting at the thing we go say as we end the program for today. Now that message we for take to that time when they go vote.
First of all, I want to wish everybody a happy new year. That 2023 will be a year of victory for Sierra Leoneans. And that victory day, now APC, they guide and go for that victory day. The victory for Sierra Leoneans. That's the message I want. APC, they deliver the victory for Sierra Leoneans. And that victory day for Sierra Leoneans, it starts with we serve the APC. Let we start for do the right things and quick. Let we correct the things that we didn't gone right now. Let we do and quick. Because people are looking up to us. The country is looking up to APC for let we gain we democracy and for let we we go back to victory. Now that message I want for let carry. That now APC get for carry the country to victory.
You sure so
But
not
that APC get
you sure so not for beat caretaker bill 2023?
with the vita.
I don't know why they say 2020 this year because you know why they ask now me
This
uncle
year,
now
this year,
I mean uncle you feel say when I get
this
the
year,
trend for bita.
APC, get your act together. APC, let we come together quick. Let we make up with differences.
Mama
If we
Jennifer,
do
you don't
that-
answer my question, man. You sure say when I will beat me uncle?
We are sure. Just like how I sure for myself, that's why I sure for me party.
Wow. Hey mama.
That's why I sure for me party.
Anyway, I be
I'm sure say if we get we act together with the beat.
because you not the only woman candidate we don't can talk to we, you know. I did down for you. Anyway, I did down for you. And I see plenty women there as well there for you and so man them as well, you know. But I just like that you take the venture for go for that kind of position there, you know. And you know go for that position where as usual, you know, as go my guys usual. Now and then they say, what did you go for? Women's leader. No, I'm just glad that you take up
women's leader, chair lady.
APC women's lead chair lady. I'm glad that you go for this.
But
big
you know, my dear Mr. Sengbe and you know, those are very important positions, but they've not been able to know how to use it effectively. And I believe, say, I go help for let that happen. I believe, say, I go able for work with the women. I go able for work with the youth. They are the most important arm of our party, the women and the youth. But the way they are working right now, in order to show them true value at the party. And I believe, say, that true value, I go able for work with them and showcase, make it for a senior handout. I say I go for showcase women them, what women can do by working with the women's wing. Because now the women they really get the party. Now we get the party. And we go for begin show them say now we get the party.
Right. We appreciate your time inside the program this night. And we wish you all the best as you do go for election. What's the your election? Now we go to the National Delegates Conference.
Yes, we are the National Delegates Conference. It's January 20-something to 28.
Okay, so we want to tell you plenty.
It's in the tail end of January 24 to 28, yes.
We actually want to wish you all the best as you go for this big position. We just hope and pray that, you know, people go actually season for choose you as the deputy chairman for the APC party. One more time, one for take plenty. Thank you. God bless you. Get yourself a wonderful night. Happy New Year. Thank you for joining me inside the program this night, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. God bless you.
God bless you too. Good night. Sleep well.
Good night. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for your time.
Okay, bye. All right, in name that Jennifer Kargbo, they actually go for the APC Deputy Chairman. You know, he actually went for Team Map Tranga one, and then get that song where they can sing APC Team Map Tolong.
Tolongo.
So thank you very much. God bless you, man. All right, so that's what we call the program today. You know, we're glad they forget them inside the program today for we talk about a lot of issues them we actually don't come up. You know, so now we don't I want for Congo now before we go. You know, I see one comment just now. Now watch you comment. Who that say somebody say and not like where sister admin quiet. And sister admin say in the spend quality time.
I want to underline night for see quality time with Obi.
Yes, but I gotta say something. If you see me sister today,
hey, 2023.
Day 101. If you see me sister,
tell me something. I want catch feeling.
Me sister, he jotted all of the same today. If me sister he really look good, wait Daniel Obi. Me boy if you be see. If you be jealous, eh? If you see there,
must know.
January 1.
Must know.
You know you're the word we use, underline the word. Quality time.
And they take tab then today quick to imagine the hand.
Well, if I the boy
go sleep.
No, imagine no day. The one we get the sense no dey. The small one,
Malik dey sleep.
In fact, Malik ain't first. Where they go first? Behind him to in the sleep. In the sleep.
That's they don't charge yourself.
No.
So where the tap go off now? When they go sleep. God get patience.
Anyway, I'm glad it today that I talked to the quality husband. God. Oh man, wait. January 1 quality 10.
Me man. Yeah, so.
No, wait. We pray that this quality time when they get inside this January 0101.
Let's go inside.
Huh?
Let's go inside.
Let them cancel that. They say they enjoy it.
Look. You don't suspect something? When the program starts, sister, you know, even there with me.
It come late. Okay, so now
not even late.
Now what do you talk just now? Say that picking and then they even charge in tablet. They not charge them.
No.
Interestingly, the bobo it get training no. Even when they inside this motoka, when they go, they don't sleep.
The motoka?
Yes, inside the motoka.
You sabi there walk in drive, you sabi there pass and the wake make if you not take yourself, if you go mash the clutch as brake.
Interestingly, now the 16 be the drive. So if now the 16 the drive,
last crash me bias.
The bicycle go the drive.
Hey boy, yourself. You know say motoka get 2 steering,
yes.
but you not go
no. You know. Especially the one they for Lana. The one for Lana, you get the one side, the one where the teacher and the other side.
But life sweet in here.
It tell you something. They enjoy in bed right now.
The bed.
No.
Them bed. In bed.
It enjoy the bed.
Bed.
So I don't know if not because of public put us. I don't know swamp at the bed where they enjoy.
Sister admin. Kushel. Kargbo. You know self. Okay, understand. Anyway. Now I did tell we this day today I wonder no more if na France versus
USA.
Huh?
No, Argentina. Argentina.
Dana Mpoba na so na call her Messi.
Who's Mpoba?
Who that they win? Mbappe, something like that. Don't blame me, I know they watch game.
So now the thing is when Messi be don't kill Mbappe, beat Messi one. Mbappe change gear. It changed gear.
Me love this sweet me.
Then later, Messi say, "I mean, the big one."
I don't win you.
Nothing. No talk. We know they talk to nobody. We enjoy with bed. No, in fact, we enjoy with Mike.
We enjoy
with Mike. We enjoy with Mike.
Mike.
It's the thing they will not go on now. We enjoy with Mike.
Oh, get one cheche pole.
Manager, it doesn't give it. But no, the caution we say now we admin no, they will take 10.
Na Congo sa, I can't tell what it Na Congo sa.
Manager.
After I don't can't tell you say now we admin don't I can't tell what it
I tell you what say sister me they enjoy the bed.
They enjoy the bed. Na Congo sa.
But we just can't bed with them,
Na 3-1. 3-1 bed. Sabi bed.
You make a remember Fatima Abiyo. Fatima tell you something. You know been tell you something?
Remember Biba.
I know they talk about Fatima tell you something. I didn't know how to stop. And it looked like that way Fatima will tell you so. Now my sister they experience so. Yeah.
Just they laugh.
Okay. Mr. Way name.
Well, of course, the bed is in an air bed, and na bed you get breeze. Air bed.
Wait,
I am enjoying my air
not to that we salon bed.
The body all picking it.
No.
Air. The breeze. Okay. Who there? Why are you the ending bows?
No, the ending basket for fine.
The ending bows.
Oh, the results. Just feeling quality low. Speak the truth. Tell me more. No, not to use salon, babe.
They talk for so.
Hey. Congo sir, nothing.
Congo sir.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, nothing. Nothing. Nobody will talk to.
They not call me video call today. Now audio call back.
Wait. Okay, wait. Let's say wait. Wait, give me in contact today. Now call me video call. Mercy.
Then a flash.
No, for last see. Oh yeah, na flash. Because na
flash. Now when they enjoy the air there. Now audio call.
No. In fact, me and my brother will enjoy the mic. We don't talk to nobody. In fact, I we don't lock the line.
Make we go enjoy the kitchen. The kitchen. I don't want to enjoy you.
If you give me.
If
you give me the.
What?
If only you give me, they would do the program now.
No, you don't go to the quarter.
No.
If you don't eat it.
I don't tell you to say I'm angry.
I they feature you.
If you test me, no, you not feature me. If you make we eat, you need to share by me to eat together.
I go look for the weight of the rest before I dance. Make no cancer. So ten food wait for me on belly no more. Let's go come on.
Alright, so one for wishing a happy new year one more time. And we wish that this particular year will be fruitful for we all. We will look for anything so far. Positively, we pray that God will give him, okay? Anybody will get enemy, let we pray that God change a person in mind, it become one of your best, friend. Because they say when you enemy become your friend, and the best thing that one day. Whatever thing we person the plan for you in an evil thing, let it transform into positive things, into good things where will make your light brighter. This year a year of prosperity, we believe that, and a year of where you look for something where you want. All these years, you get on this particular year. We just hope and pray it'll be like that one day, because this time, that thing where you don't search for, you don't cry for, January to December, it'll come and it'll reach you. So just believe and believe in yourself. But all what you need for do, where you can do best, do and no more. Yeah, it will really happen. Stay away from police problem, wala and all thing. We pray that nobody not faced with what we call untimely death. Nobody not faced with what they call sickness. We just pray that everything will be okay. Although challenges and bumping get for there long, but we pray that we reach with destination with a positivity. We love you all so much. This time we had. We hope so. This January we go actually reach with 100,000 subscriber when a challenge where we get. And 2023, yes, 2023. This now the year of we don't know how to make it, but this is 2023. So we just want to see how it will get for like 2023. So I just begin found you. Well, until we meet again inside another beautiful edition, we love you also so much, okay? You will not subscribe yet, please consider for subscribe. You will not like it, please consider for like the program and share. Until we meet again, I love to be all. Yeah, you don't need to enjoy yourself now. And then I didn't hear a bit. Hey, God.
This song come up from Madam Sidratu Aminata Kamara from the United States of America. It is dedicated this song to one of the biggest organizations in the world, Weird.
Yeah, made a crack on the mix.
91 big boy picking.
APC Deputy
Daily days.
091.
Yellow flag this.
Hallelujah.
Come on.
Weird organization. Don't come for every nation. Weird organization. Don't come for promote the nation. They know they mix my politics. They know they pass tribalism. They know they mix my politics. Yeah. They know they pass no tribalism.
This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. This now we hard, duck and now we land. So la we all and fine. We know they back kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu. We know they back kapu. We had no mixed bag bamu. But tell the brother sister them say we had don't come over.
We are now we are.
Tell them for me say we had don't come over.